Members of BFW, what is up? This is Pepto-Bismol, casting you only the greatest hits from our most recent wars. I know it's been a while since we've done a recap, but let's go ahead and take a look at this previous war before things get a little dicey with this current war. First of all, just want to welcome all our new members. Let's take a minute to scroll through, see who these folks are new. We got Cloud82, Sam, Aldridge Tyler, Okay to Hate Me, Benny Blanco. All these guys are coming in, I think, from Chance's clan. Chance is an acquaintance of Igor. Anyway, though, I think looking back at our war log, things have not been great, and so it seems like we need to make some adjustments because we're basically getting blown out by 10 stars or so every war. So, I think it's important to look at the ways that they smoked us out. I mean, Quebec Leo Major basically blanked us. And so let's take a look at the hits that they're using at the top to kind of get a sense of, what really works. So this guy... looks as Dredian attacking Chance, going right into the teeth of his base. And, I think this was scouted for him because he popped the giant bombs with some pretty good foresight there. But basically, ends up going with a healer walk, or a queen walk. And there's a little bit of bowler walk action. That's interesting. Alright, uses the wall breaker as a tank with some giants. And so then he's got this... Oh, that's interesting. Does the wall breaker get healed by the healers? That's fascinating. Anyway, has a good... So there's a Wii. Yeah, there's the Weebo. So the Weebo goes down right after that first Eagle Artillery fires on the wall breaker. And then... Yeah, there we go. He gets a really nice... Yeah, freeze here is the key. And then he's got the late jump to pop himself out. I think he just times that... Yeah, I think he just times that Warden book really well. And, what we see is that these level 4 bowlers really have a ton of survivability, especially with the Witch Skellies. So, there you see the Witch Skellies continuing to pay dividends for the attacker there. Town Hall with the Giga Tesla goes down. And he just gets a ton of value from the healers. I'm surprised that there hasn't been more healer attrition. I guess he was really, he was just really cognizant of the anti-air placement. And I guess, looking at it, he's still got 4 healers up. So I'm not entirely sure where Chance's seeking air mine, excuse me, where Chance's seeking air mines were. But it's important to look at the fundamentals of the attack. You got the Queen Walk. You're using the Healer Rage to get double value. You do have a heal in your back pocket just in case. And then you're very patient with the Warden book. You know exactly when to mitigate the damage. But you get behind a max level wall breaker and you just wreck face. So I think what you see, it's basically a core Weebo army. I would look at his basic numbers on the Witch and the Bowler. And then I would extrapolate and see how much, troops you can play with, either as giant tank or for some added utility, be it to pull stuff or, get some additional, clear out some additional objectives. So it looks like it's 19 bowlers, 3 witches. That seems to be the clean core for him, and then 2 freeze. And I think that's pretty much it. And then he goes all giants in the wall breaker for max... max tanking there. All right, let's take a look at what we're doing over here. I know this wasn't our best performance, but honestly, I think we could have put up in the 68, 70 range on them. Looks like I was the highest 3-star. I do want to. I have to say, for the lower guys, this is a no-brainer. I think that everyone should be building into what I've been calling electro loon. If you guys want to do a falcon hit or something, or you guys want to do like a bowler walk, I think that's fine. But if you're going up against a Town Hall 10, you know, this is basically it's no skill required. You guys, I mean, you could just rip people with this attack. Obviously, you need to pay attention to the air sweepers. You know, the air sweepers are going to be the big thing because the electro dragon attack is very, very slow, and so if you attack into an air sweeper in the electro dragon, you're going to lose. However, the flip side is you can ignore everything else. It doesn't really matter. I mean, if they have some weird, you know, air defense placement, you can mitigate it with freeze. If they have an eagle artillery that's low level, you know, you can mitigate it with freeze. I mean, obviously, if they have an inferno, you know, double single target inferno that's kind of channeling, then, you know, you do have some trouble there. But ultimately, you know, if you get 2 good rages in and then you're able to mitigate with freeze, I mean, basically the E-Dragons take care of themselves. Like, this was a fairly high... You don't have to worry about walls. You don't have to worry about anything. I mean, I've been pounding the Electro Dragon drum for, like, you know, a month now. So, you know, if you're not using this hit or you're not building into it in the next month, you know, I'm not sure what you're doing because it's just so easy at level 10. So, even, you know, if you're a level 11, Town Hall 11, I mean, this should be it. No questions asked. Listen, you want to get into some bowler walk stuff? I mean, I think we can definitely talk about that. But let's take a look at some of these other hits. You know, kind of see what we got. I think a lot of these new guys who have joined. I think you need to spend some time. Don't upgrade defenses for a little bit. I know it's tempting, but we need to up our offensive capabilities here because mid-range D. I mean, you know, basically we're just not firing. Oh, here's Joe Pavo. So Joe Pavo goes with a little bit of a heavier witch loadout. And then this is what we see as a Weebo. He just goes... Oof. So he swings right into it. And let's see how he mitigates this clan castle. Because that's going to be... Oh boy. Loses a couple bowlers there. And then eventually it's the queen. So he's relying on his big queen heat to take down the clan castle. I think that's good, though. I mean, he was fairly spread out. And he just, okay, so he's got Giants in the Wall Breaker. I think that's really a nice play. I mean, I personally think Giants in the Wall Breaker is kind of the standard at this point. They're super tanky. They can kind of break their own walls. You know, they're not weak to an Inferno Tower. They could take down an Eagle if they have to. You know, that's pretty much going to be your go-to, right? You don't want squishy troops because the wall breaker's charging in. So just keep in mind that obviously if you have a siege engine or a siege machine, then it's just a different ball game as to what you're requesting. It's usually going to be Giants. You can definitely go Golem, but then you have to babysit a little bit more, and you have to be more aware of what's going on. Because if you go Golem, then it gets stuck in the middle, and then you just waste all that HP, waste all that housing space. Whereas with Giants, you know, I find them to be much more versatile and, you know, go and forget. Let's watch some of their hits because this is just too depressing. So here we go. Let's see Frank the Tank. Let's see what he's got. Ooh, this is nice. This guy, yeah, Frank the Tank's going to show us some good stuff. All right, so Frank, again, they really like the 6 healer spread, so it's 4 on the queen. Oh, there we go. So, yeah, that was a good Seeking Airmine there, Halby. Listen, I know I give you a lot of shit, but that was a good play. Ooh, that was nice, and then you smoked his wall breakers. God, how the hell does he salvage this attack? I mean, you, like, anticipated all of his moves. Okay, here comes the bowler stack behind the wall breaker, and then he rages, then he's got the healers. He doesn't play his other healer, and he still has his baby dragon up. What's going on? Okay, so he has a pretty good magic book, and then the E-Dragon just gets a little confused because stuff keeps dying. But it still brings a lot of heat. Then he just tanks an Eagle. Where's his stack? I can't, oh my god. Okay, his stack somehow survives sitting in the middle like that. I can't believe it. That was just a miracle. All right, well, you know, Frank the Tank gets lucky, saves his major bowler stack from Eagle Artillery and other stuff with the hits. I guess we're just seeing that, you know, with these high wardens and these level 4 bowlers, I mean, I guess they just have a ton of life. You know, level 1, level 2 bowlers are basically useless without Grand Warden. I mean, I think the trick to these hits is keeping the Grand Warden on your bowler stack because, you know, the life bonus is so important to their survivability. Otherwise, they just get spanked. So, I mean, I've tried to mitigate these kind of bowler hits by stacking my giant bombs. Same thing to pop hogs, but man, they're so tanky. So that's why that's why I've been kind of pushing for some more balanced stuff. I mean, we've seen Weibo just wreck everything because the bowlers are so strong, and then they get a little bit of point defense mitigation with the witches. So, ugh. All right, well, let's just watch the rest of this hit because it sucks. I guess what they're trying to say with the Giga Tesla Town Hall is that you should feel free to put the Town Hall in a prime defensive position. I think you should be stacking your Town Hall and your Eagle so that if troops close in, then the Giga Tesla on the Town Hall is able to protect your Eagle. I don't know. It seems like a different ball game in terms of Town Hall 12. I don't have a good sense of defensively what is effective. I guess why don't we review what they've got and go from there. All right, so here we've got a channeling Eagle and kind of definitely a very well seated, tucked away clan castle, spread out air defense, and then no real channel on the Inferno towers, except he's got these weird little space compartments. So here's kind of a spread out base, and then Thomas, I think, is basically just going to say, yeah, let me get these 2 stars. How would I approach this base? Yeah, so there we go. He's using freeze to kind of mitigate, and he gets his bowler stack in there. You see, yeah. So that was basically where the attack kind of gets crushed. Is that this guy heavily anticipated the healers, and he has positioned both his air defense and his seeking air mines in such a way that when you charge up the middle with your healers, you just get popped. And you saw, I think it was 3 healers go down to seeking air mines. So that's something that I would encourage everybody to do, is look at the direction in which your base gets queen walked. Most people will pick the same direction. And so what I would do is you just pick that direction and you stack it with seeking air mines. It feels really, really good. They try to do a queen walk and then pop. They lose 3 healers. The other thing that's nice is you look at the wall breaker pathing, and then you put the stupid little pot mines like right where the wall breakers come in. So those are 2 things that I personally really derive a lot of pleasure from. But I think we really got to tighten up, team. We've been running lax, and we're really getting crushed out there. So I'm not sure what the quick and easy solution here is. I think it's just going to be, getting back to the grind, continuing to level up effectively, and building our defensive portfolio, because we're just getting wrecked. So anyway, good hunting out there, though. Hail Lord Bear, hail the great leader. He is eternal. And I'll see you guys soon.